Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. As I always say in the previous tutorials, please make sure if you have just started or this is the first video you have watched, please go ahead, include this CDN in your project head section. So in case you downloaded the jQuery UI themes, you can add those custom files to your project, but right now if you are not having them or you find difficulty in finding those files, make sure you include this online CDN, and note only if you're connected to the internet, that's when this online CDN will work for you. And you should put them in the exact order. First it will be CSS, followed by jquery.js and jQuery UI user interface.js. So that's the order you have to put them in. And if you want the different types of things, you can go to this link. It's jqueryui.com/theme roller. That's where you'll find the different types of themes to use in your project. Right now for me, I'm using UI lightness, and this is how I arranged my document. As I told you, start with the UI CSS, followed by the jquery.js, and lastly you add the jquery UI.mini. So that's the file, those are the files you have to add in this project. So far, if you have to look on what we are having, we are going to be creating a date picker. And what a date picker is, it enables the user to pick the desired date for something that you are going to do. Let's say you're ordering online and they have that contact form or ordering form where a user can set the date when he or she wants to his product to be delivered. So you can use this date picker and put the back-end scripting languages like PHP, Python, among others. So this is the date picker I used. As I told you, my theme is UI lightness. So you write the message, hey, I want a full plate of chicken plus a full jerrycan of passion fruit. So that will be, and this guy will make that order on 25th December. You know what happens on this day if you're Christian. So when you're all done with that, right now there's not server side languages, but if he's to submit, this form will be taken and stored into the database, and they process his order, his or her order. So somebody had called me, now I'm back. So we are going to design this form using Bootstrap. So I recommend you to go and get some online CDN for Bootstrap or download its files into your project work, because right now you can see here at the top I have included Bootstrap version 3. So if you have to check on the left hand side, I'm having this folder Bootstrap 3, and inside Bootstrap 3 I'm having a folder called CSS, which is here on the left hand side, and inside that folder I'm having a file called bootstrap.mini.css, and this is the file. So that's how I have included Bootstrap in this project. And when we refresh, we are having nothing. So we are going to start from scratch designing that layout you saw. As always, I'm always using this middle column. So I created three columns, first one, second one, last one. So the last one is the one in the middle, covering those 5 columns, and the other one is on the left. So there are 3 columns, one this side, one in the middle, and one on the right hand side. So we are using the one in the middle, which is covering 5 columns. So I'll start by writing the form tag. And in the form, this is where you can put the action. Let's say it's going to be submitted to order.php. So this is where to be going. I'm just showing you an example. This is just a UI user interface, and you set a method. So I'm showing you the different types of attributes you can pass into the form tag, and the method will be post call. So you don't want your user's details to be displayed in the URL engine here, so you have to pass it through post so that it doesn't display the information. So that's just for the attributes you can add to the form tag. Now let's start our real designing. I'll create some label tag here, label tag, and this one is going to be message for colon, and I'm going to put a text area, so the message will be a text area. And here I'm just going to put an attribute, a class called form control. So when we save that, this is what we shall be having. So you have this nice looking text area field. So here you can put for message. That's also another attribute in case you are going to be targeting those languages. So for message, in case you are targeting it for JavaScript, you want it to change after submitting, so you'll be using that. Then let's create another label, and we're going to say set order date. So this is just design. If you don't want to use it, you can leave it and you start where you want to start from. So we are going to remove this. I'm just going to give it an ID of order date, and I'm going to give it a class of form control. So I want it, let me show you when it is lacking that class of form control. As you can see, it's a funny looking input box, but when we add this class form control, so it will be laid out in such nice looking way. So that's the class of form control from Bootstrap. Now let's create some button. Below it, I'm going to create a button, and I'm going to say submit order. Oh, remove this E. Submit order. And this is the funny HTML looking button. Now let's add some classes to it. Class btn, and we are going to give it danger. Now it's this nice looking button, and since it's close to the input field, we put the break tag, so it breaks down to the next new line, and this is it. So this is the form we are designing. So right now it's submitted to order.php, so this is where you'll be writing. So we want, when the user focuses here, that date picker pops up and sets the date he or she wants. Now to do that, are you seeing here the date? We put text, but there is also this feature of HTML5. Just put date, type attribute date, and see how it will be displayed. It will have these functions like the date picker. So this is the default HTML date picker you can use without using jQuery UI. So this is just HTML. There's nothing like jQuery running in our project. So this is just HTML5 using that type attribute of date. But for the date picker, we can leave this to text, and if we are to reload this, nothing, even if we focus our mouse or cursor there. But for the date picker, remember we gave it an ID of order date. So we go to our jQuery. Remember we included this jQuery UI. We say $, we target the ID we gave to the input field. It's called order date, and on that order date we pass a method called date picker. Let me hope I spelled it good. Yes, end it with a semicolon and reload. When you reload, the moment you focus your cursor into that field, you'll be able to see this nice looking date picker. So that's how you can create a date picker into your project files or website, web page, and anyway. So that's it. That's how you can create a nice looking date picker depending on the theme you'll be using. So what do we want to order for this Christmas? So on 25th this year it's Christmas. Then I need all the employees from your company. I need all the employees from your company to my car. So that's what I want to order from this company. I need all the employees from the company to come and wash my car. So that's it. When you're done setting the date, the day you want them to come, please you submit your order. That's how we create a date picker using the jQuery UI. Thanks for watching, guys. If this tutorial was useful to you, please go ahead, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorials. Now let me add some funny graphic on here. So this is just extra tips. Your tutorial has already ended. So I'll say graphicon dash graphicon, and this one is going to be send. Oh, why isn't it loading? There is an error. Graphicon, oh, we need some H here. Graphicon, so we had missed some H, and we shall have this nice looking kite going to submit the form. So you submit it, goes pew pew pew. Guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. So those icons are made by Bootstrap. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and please, when I submit this order, make sure you subscribe. This is my order I'm submitting. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. And I'm placing this order